My name's Karen and I'm one of the librarians of Milton Keynes Libraries, and today I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the library service, maybe remind you about it, maybe you used it a long time ago when you were a little kid, maybe you've never used the library service, so I thought this would just be a short video to tell you some of the things you can do with the library and how to join it. So first of all, it's easy to join the library, it doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is either fill out a form online or come into the branch when it's open, your local branch when it's open, and fill out a form. Again, talk to a member of staff and they'll fill out the form on the computer for you. When you join physically, you will get given a library card. When you join online, you will get given a code. Both will work to allow you to use the library services in various formats. You can use the physical library or the e-library. E-library is obviously e-books, e-audiobooks, e-magazines, as well as a bunch of databases such as the Encyclopedia Britannica or the driving theory test. We've got newspapers in various languages from different places around the world, so lots of e-services that you can use. And obviously with the physical library, you can come into the library and you can borrow like physical books. Some people like reading physical books, some people like reading e-books, some people prefer listening to books. It all works and it's all good. As well as the book side of the library, it's a great study space. When we're open under normal circumstances, every branch has free Wi-Fi and also has tables and chairs and PowerPoint, so you can come in and you can do your quiet study in, get some work done, even meet your friends in here and do your group work together. Totally allowed to do that. Obviously, you can borrow non-fiction books to help you with your school studies, or just because you like reading non-fiction books. You can borrow fiction books just because you like reading them. Within the service, we have over 250,000 physical books, plus thousands upon thousands of ebooks and e-audiobooks. With ebooks and e-audiobooks, it operates through an app, so you can put them on your phone, on your tablet, on your PC, however you prefer to use them. All ebooks and e-audiobooks don't have any fines on them, they just automatically return once the loan period is finished, although you might have to watch out for physical books. So when you borrow a book, you normally get it for 3 weeks, and if you don't remember to return it, unfortunately you will incur some fines. It's about 10 pence per book per day for children and teens books, and it's 20 pence, it's more for adult books, so just watch out for that. But you can avoid fines entirely by renewing books, so you can do that either over the phone, online, or by coming into a branch. So any way you want to do it. We always try and encourage you not to get fines. We don't want anyone to get fines. But because there is potential fines, if you're under 16, we do ask you a parent or guardian to sign off on your library card as well. So I just thought I'd show you some of the different books we have in the young people section. Obviously, with the library, you can use any section. If you want to come in and read all the Harry Potter books again, you're more than welcome to do that. If you want to relive your childhood and look in the picture book section, or just for the art, I mean, my gosh, some of the art in the picture books is amazing. So you're more than welcome to do that. If you want to hit the adult section, if you want to hit the sci-fi section, the graphic novel section, totally open for you. We don't put ages on the books, we just say it's everyone's different and everyone reads at their own level. So the whole library is open to you. Doesn't matter which one you want to use. Some, if you're younger, maybe check with mum or dad, but in most cases the entire library is open to you, so feel free to browse all the sections. But just here I thought I'd show you just a couple of examples of some of the teen books that have came out in recent times. So right now there is an awful lot of crime teen books, whodunits. This one's called One of Us Is Next, and it's a follow-up to the amazing One of Us Is Lying. Loved One of Us Is Lying. Read this one. It's really good as well. It's a really good sequel, keeps you gripped. You don't know who the bad guy is till right at the end. It's really fabulous. Then we've got books such as Black Flamingo, which is it's one of those stories that gets you right here. It's about a young man who's finding his identity and exploring his identity. And one of the best things about this book is that it's actually told in verse. So rather than being masses and masses of words and long prose, it's written in verse, and it's really clever the way it's done. You can see there's different ways the verses are done. It's like text messages, there's illustrated pages, they change the colour at different points. I just read this book last year when it was shortlisted for the Carnegie Award. Absolutely fell in love with the main character, totally worth a read. We've got scary books. Frozen Charlotte is one of the scariest books I've ever read. It is aimed at 14-year-olds, and I had to sleep with the light on. I'll be honest, I'll put that out there. That's scary. We've got graphic novels, so things like Pumpkinheads. So you can see we've got graphic novels. So if you don't want to read, if you prefer graphic novels, there is a selection available, both in the teen section and in the adult section. We have books like this one. This is Jane Eyre, so obviously it's a classic that a lot of you will read or feel like you're being forced to read. One of those books that when you read it when you're older, you kind of like it better than when you read it when you're younger. But this one has been rewritten for Barrington Stoke, which is a publisher that publishes books specifically for people with dyslexia and things like that. So the pages, so the way it's printed is a little bit different than the rest of them. There's more space and the pages are a weird colour, and it just stops the words jumping around so much. But you don't have to be dyslexic to enjoy Barrington Stoke books. They've got some great stories, and if you just want a slightly shorter read, definitely worth looking at them up. You could read new classics, so we've got old classics, but you can read modern classics. I'm sure almost everyone will have heard of or read The Hate You Give, which is another one of those books that just gets you right. Oh, it's such a great reflection of life in the world today. So very contemporary. But you can go from contemporary straight to dystopian. So if you really love things like The Hunger Games and Maze Runner and stuff like that from back in the day, there's a whole plethora of other books in that same genre. So it may be The Ask the Answer by Patrick Ness, or it may be something like Cloud9, which is a little bit less well known. So lots and lots of future dystopian books as well. You could read superhero books if you like. So this one's about Black Widow. We've also got books about Wonder Woman, Batman, etc. But these are novelizations. So rather than them, this is kind of the opposite from the graphic novels. So rather than having to read the graphic novels in volume after volume after volume, they've been written as chapter books. So you can get your whole story in one sitting without having to wade through millions of volumes. You might also want to read something that might help you a little bit with your mental health. I know lots of people have been suffering right now because you've been stuck in the house all the time, you've not been able to see friends and family. So we do have a specific collection of books for mental well-being, mental health and mental well-being in the teen section and the children's section, as well as the adult section, of course. This is just one of them. This one's called Stuff That Sucks, and it just helps you think about life and get yourself centered. So like I said, these are just a very tiny selection of the teen books that we have available. We literally have thousands upon thousands of teen books. We have thousands upon thousands of kids books. We have thousands of adult books. We have nearly 250,000 books in stock, like I said. So hopefully you'll find something that you enjoy. The whole point of this is not, I know I mentioned reading and studying and books for school, but I would love to see lots of young people coming into the library and finding and discovering new authors, new books, just read them for pleasure. The escape that you get. I mean, I love the fact that a book can be a window or it can be a mirror. So I love the fact that you can do both with a book. You can escape to a completely different world, or you can see your own world reflected and think about it. So hopefully you enjoyed this short talk, and hopefully you will join the library soon. I will link the websites for how to join online and the websites for the information. See you later. Bye!